please welcome Jordan in his presentation tonight. Welcome.
Thanks. All right. So, workshops. Fun things. Usually it's about learning something that you want to learn how to do. Tonight, I don't know if you want to learn how to do this, but you're going to do it anyway. So, as most of you know, my ancestral background is from a Celtic pagan background, and my great-great-grandmother, when I was born, my cousin was born 4 days before me, and she waited until we were born so that she could look us in the face and look us in the eyes and decide as to which one of us was going to carry on her lineage and give all of her journals of all of her accumulated knowledge throughout the years, and ancestral knowledge from many generations before her. And I guess I won. So as I started to go through these tomes, there's a lot of information there, and one of the things that has always been fascinating to me is that the Celts believe that there is a concept that your soul has 5 parts. So tonight we're going to talk about, am I discombobulated?
I think your microphone's
I did lose
it's
my.
not on you.
I did lose it.
Ta-da! There we go. There.
Can you hear me? Am I on? Is it now?
Yes, there we go.
All right. And now I feel like Madonna. So, all right. So, as I was saying, there are 5 parts to the soul. And tonight we're going to talk about how we can, I'm going to identify them and how we can heal them. So, the 5 parts of the soul, the big 5. The first part is solas, energy. It's what moves the body. It allows for breath, allows for the heartbeat. It is the systems that actually keep your body functioning. It's no more than that. It's just the energy that, congratulations, you're alive. Solas is the name of that. SOLAS. And thanks for taking notes. All right. The second piece is kumhacht. I know. I'll spell that one too. CUMHACHT. Kumhacht. CUMHACHT. This represents element. An element is the tie to this 3-dimensional world. It is, as each individual experiences it, related to one of the elements of nature. So one person may be more water, one person may be more air, one person may be more fire, one person may be more earth, one person may be more life. The 5 elements are part of you, it's part of your experience, and you gain this element from the time of the year, the time of the day. It's very astronomical, or astrological, I guess would be the term, as to how you get your element. The next part, number 3, is the Anam. A-N-A-M. This is your personality, your consciousness, your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, opinions, your likes and dislikes, and your choices. The last two parts are given odd names to you, but you'll understand them immediately as soon as I start to explain them. Part number 4 is the fein. F-E-I-N. Fein. This is the part of the self that is the true form of the self within. Within the limitations of the body, the dimension, and the relationship to all. We call it the higher self, or the inner child. They're interchangeable. And the final part is the cosaint. C-O-S-A-I-N-T. This is the protector of the fein. This vital piece must be present at one's birth in order to protect the self and guide them through your struggle becoming part of this three-dimensional world. But in order to leave this three-dimensional world, you spend the rest of your entire lifetime trying to get rid of that piece. We call it the ego. These 5 pieces, all one word, refers to all 5 of these pieces together. The soul is Sanlar, S-A-N-L-A-R, which literally means the all-containing soul, or spiritual unity of all beings. Kind of sounds familiar, doesn't it, John? Spiritual unity of all beings. So, as we have now identified those pieces, we're going to move on a little bit. Where do these pieces fall into your personal spectrum? So, your solus, or the energy, is your auric field. We see this as the energy that radiates beyond your body, but it is also the energy that is within your body. This is not to be confused with the element part, which that is actually the energy of the Kundalini that runs through all the chakras. Those two pieces are very, very different. So the internal energy that is moving through your body, that contains all of the workings and channels and pathways of the Kundalini energy rising up, has absolutely nothing to do with the energy that you express to everybody in the world. One is internal, one is external. The Anam is external, even though it's your personality. It's external because it's mirrored back to you. So the people that you draw into your experience see you, recognize you, and that's how you gain your personality, is by their interpretation of who you are. So, by having the Anam, there are many Anams in your lifetime that you will come into contact with, but one above all is called the Anam Kara, which is the what was I looking at? It is basically the best friend, or the soul friend. And their mission is to free the wild hidden potentials of your inner soul by removing all judgment and pretense and taking your masks away. So that one person in your lifetime is supposed to do that for you. And then the fein, your higher self, exists solely in your mind and is the conscious contract between you and the divine. And the cosaint, or the ego, is basically like a gelatinous ball that just covers around the outside of the fein to try to protect it, and you're constantly trying to get rid of it and pull it off. So that's that's where all the parts are and how they work. So, healing these things. That's what we're going to talk about today, is how to heal these things. And there's different methods of healing for each one of these parts of the soul. So the first one we're going to talk about is how to heal your energy, how to heal that, how to cleanse that, how to invite new energy to come in, how to keep yourself from preventing your energy from going out into the world. And we do this by meditation. So let's meditate together. All right. Find a comfortable position. And quietly relax. Recline back. Breathe slowly and effortlessly, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allow for your breath to come slowly and deeply. Focus on your breath, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Take a deep breath in and hold it. Exhale slowly. Let your mind wander. Focus on the physical self. Feel the breath coming in and going out of your body. And as it does so, allow your feet and toes and ankles to relax. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe. Good. Now allow your calves and knees to relax. Say to yourself, "Self, I allow you to relax." Feel the stress and the pain of the day begin to fade away. Let all of your negative energies flow out of you on your exhalation. Feel your fingers and hands and wrists relax. Let go of all tension and worry. Feel them melt out of your skin and onto the floor beneath you. Give your stress to the earth. Release it all. In your mind say, "I give all of my worry and stress unto you, Mother Earth. Thank you for taking my burdens from me and allowing me to grow in light and peace and comfort." Keep breathing in and out. Your crown and brow and face are relaxing. Your eyes relax, and in your mind's eye, you see a soft, warm, golden light. The light of a dancing flame atop a candle. Focus on that flame. Watch it twirl and dance in your breath. In and out. As your whole body is relaxing, your vision grows clearer. You see that the candle that you were watching is in your hands. And you are illuminating your path with this candle, and the light is so warm and so healing. Look around you. You are standing on a white stone staircase, outdoors beneath a star-filled sky. The pale glow of the stars look like fireflies gently blinking on and off against a deep indigo canvas. Look into the heavens above you and know that you are safe and the world around you lies in the bosom of the divine. Return your attention back to your candle and follow its swirling golden light as you descend the stone steps. Feel the warm breeze blowing all around you as you make each step. As you near the bottom of the steps, you see in front of you a moonlit field. A silvery blue mist floats up from the tall green grass. Feel the dew on your skin. It is cooling and regenerative. The grass is soft and smooth beneath your feet. You feel refreshed and renewed. The sounds of night birds, bats, and crickets, and whole host of creatures fill the air. You feel very comforted and at one with yourself and the divine. And you begin to cross the field toward a small thicket of trees. And as you do, tiny pale yellow moths flit up from the tall grass and dance around the candle that you hold in your hand. You see the golden veins in their wings and find yourself smiling for no reason at all. You continue on toward the thicket. As you enter the thicket of trees, you notice that the trees are not the lush green trees of summer, but rather the vibrant gold and orange and crimson of fall. The colors are so intense in the moon's pale silver light, it is as if they are made from the very flame of the candle that you hold in your hand. In the middle of the thicket is a clearing with two immense boulders. Go sit on one of them and allow yourself to be at peace in this divine creation. Sit on one rock, safe in the knowledge that you are protected and about to meet your guide. Close your eyes and ask your guide to come. In a few moments, you should hear footsteps coming toward you. Open your eyes and greet your guide. It may initially take an unexpected form, an animal, a person, an amorphous blob of color. It is not unusual for your guide to change shape over time. Greet them and thank them for coming. Ask your guide to present you with 3 symbols that are important for you to consider at this point in your life. When you are handed each of these symbols, accept them with gratitude and without judgment. Examine them carefully and then return them to your guide. Now thank your guide for their guidance and say goodbye. For it is now time for you to retrace your steps from the clearing in the trees, back through the field, and one step at a time up the stone stairs. After you've returned to your white sphere in your safe, comfortable room, sit quietly with your eyes closed for a moment and conjure up the images of the symbols your guide provided you with. As you look at them in your mind's eye, notice their shape, their color, the lines of the edges of the item. You feel an overwhelming urge to draw these symbols to remind you what you need at this point in your life. As the feeling grows, focus on your breath, in and out. The candle that you've been holding slowly melts away, disappearing into the ethers. You are now totally relaxed and safe, and your solace has been cleansed. And when you're comfortable, you may open your eyes and be welcomed back to this plane of existence. So how was that? Everybody got a nice nap in? All right. So then our next mode of healing is to heal the element. For this one, I can't help you, but you can help yourself. All you have to do is go outside. Contract and contact with the earth itself is what will heal this element. By spending time outside, if you are feeling drawn to water, you're mostly a water person. If you're feeling drawn to go play in the garden and dig in the dirt, you're an earth person. If you're feeling like you just want to go run around in a field somewhere, you're probably an air person. And if you just want to run like a crazy person and scream and yell and laugh and dance and sing, you're probably a fire person. The final element that most people don't include when they're talking about the classical elements is the element of life. And if you're a life person, you just want to be with other people. So if this is your, whatever your element is that you're drawn to, just go outside and go be a part of it. Go connect with another person. Go play in the rain. Go dig in the dirt. Whatever makes you happy. And that will heal the element portion of your soul. The third piece, the Anam, is my favorite piece to deal with. And I especially like to heal this part because for me, it's fun. It's the creative aspect of you. Whatever that you enjoy doing, if it's that you like to play the piano, if it's that you like to make herbal soaps, if it's that you like to have a drum circle, whatever you like to do, if you like to paint, if you like to write, if you like to play the harp, you can do whatever you want, but do it from your soul. So for this one, we're going to do a little do-it-yourself art therapy. We're going to meditate on this. So envision, we don't need to turn the lights off, but just close your eyes and envision this with me for a moment. In your mind, imagine that you have a giant piece of paper and a crayon. The crayon can be any color that you'd like. You can have a big fat one that has multiple colors in it, or you can have just the basic Crayola crayon box. But you're going to take your crayon and you're going to draw a picture to describe how you feel at this moment. Relate everything in your life to the images, whether it be an actual image of how you're feeling, or if you just want to scribble out whatever color. But as you do so, allow the stress, all of your worries, to blend out of you and onto that page with that crayon. If it's in the back of your mind anyway, this could be a way of processing your related emotions, reducing some of the stress that you carry. Sketch abstract pictures expressing your feelings related to the past stressful experiences that you've had in your life. That person that hurt you, that moment of guilt and shame that you feel, that time that you hurt someone else. Whatever it is that you are feeling about your past stresses, sketch them out in some abstract way. And now that they're on paper, they're no longer inside of you, and they have no control. You can crumple up the paper, throw it away. You can burn the paper, say a blessing, do a chant, dance around it, whatever you feel like you need to do, but it is no longer a part of you, and you can get rid of it. With your crayon, now take a moment to draw abstract ideas of what you most desire, what you most wish for in the future, what would make you happy, what would be good for not just you, but for your family, your country, your world. Whatever would make your life the most peaceful, loving, happy environment that you can. These images bring you peace and beauty into your life. And where there is peace and beauty, there is no room for negativity. So fill your page with as many positive images as you can. Hold them within, and they are now part of you. And now you can come back and join me in this world. To go along with that, I'm going to offer another, if I can find it, another little part that is something else that you can do with healing this, and that is mandalas. If you look at a mandala, while you are staring at it, you will begin to see the different colors and forms and shapes within the mandala. And as you focus on them, all of your efforts and energies go into slowly working out the colors and the shapes and the sizes and the shades. And you'll create something really beautiful. So if you can find like coloring books or something along those lines, adult coloring, it's a really big popular thing now. So there's a reason for that. It's because it removes all of the stress and creates a positive, happy place for you, thus healing your personality. Now, the next one is to heal the higher self. Now, this one is another one that is kind of fun. So let's meditate together on this one. If you'd like to turn off the lights again, John. And close your eyes. Visualizing a brilliant white light over your head. As you inhale deeply, feel the light coursing through your body, from your head all the way down to your toes, each little piggy. Feel your muscles relaxing, beginning with your feet and working up to your head. The deep sense of peacefulness moves through your legs and into your body and your arms. And you feel the tenseness flow out of the muscles in your shoulders and your neck and your head until you are completely relaxed. Before you is now a river, a raging river, a little trickling stream, whatever you prefer, but a river nonetheless. And imagine that you have with you a bag that you've been carrying around with all of the problems, all of the negativities, all of the worries, everything that you have ever felt poorly about. And I want you to take that bag and toss it into the river, watching it leave you as it flows downstream, never to bother you again. As you watch the bag drifting off down the stream, on the other side of the river, a small, brilliant golden light starts to head toward you. And the closer it gets, the bigger the light gets. Bigger and bigger. And it starts to take form. And you see that it's not a light at all, but you as a child. The most perfect, innocent version of you. Before you've known anything of the evils of this world, before you've known what you want, what you don't want, before anybody has given you something to think about or laid rules on you, just you in your perfect, innocent form. This is your inner child, your higher self. This is the person that you came here to be. Now, reach out across the river to the child version of yourself and invite them to come toward you. And as the child reaches the edge of the banks of the river, tell them you're sorry. Tell them you're sorry that you have forgotten them. Not that you've abandoned them. Not that you've done anything wrong to them. But that you've forgotten how to be like them. Give them all of your love and encouragement. Tell them about all the good things that will happen in your life, in your world, and what the two of you together can do. Now, as the bond between you and your child version grows, a bridge forms, and the child version of you can walk to you, or you can go to them, or you can meet halfway over the river. But meet your child version and give them a big hug. Feel them as they embrace you and how much love and joy that brings you. Hold that moment. Keep that moment like a photograph in your heart and your mind to remind you always of how this moment feels. And whenever you need it, you can always look back at that photograph or call your child back, and they will be there. Now, as time moves, you must let go and move toward this here and now, present moment. Thank your inner child and let them move away. For now, it is time for you to once again become your adult version. And join me back at the Coptic. And when you're welcome, you may open your eyes and join me once again. What's that? Okay. And now, the last piece we have is how to heal that mean old ego. Well, that one isn't as easy as the other pieces are, And it will take a lifetime for you to work to get rid of it. But the ego needs to recognize that it has done its job. It brought you here. It provided you with everything you needed to know about how to keep yourself safe in this three-dimensional reality. But it, like this three-dimensional reality, is an illusion, and you now need to let it go. So, with every day that passes, be thankful for every moment you have. Be grateful for every blessing that is given to you. And always smile. Thank you. That's how to heal them. Does anybody have any questions? Questions going once, twice, 3 times, lady? Yes, Rose?
I didn't know about your background and your grandmother, was it?
Yes.
And when you were growing up, did she mentor you?
She did not. She waited until I was born. And like I said, my cousin Megan was born 4 days before me. And when the 2 of us were born, she knew that she was moving on to her next life. And she wanted to know which one of us she was going to leave all of these things to. So she waited until we were both born and then held us so that she was able to look at us and decide which one of us it was going to be. And then about 3 days after we were born, or I was born, then she passed. So I have no recognition or remembrance of her. But she's always with me. I hear her all the time. So, anybody else? All right then. Well, thank you so much.